This is Daf Yomi Yerushalmi, Daf Nun Beis in the Art edition, and we are in the top line in the Art Scrolls, right of two dots. It says Choker Beperos. In the Vilna, on Daf Chafhei Amud Aleph, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9, 10 lines down in the wide lines. It says Hamocher Beperos, but the Pnei Moshe changes it to Hachoker Beperos as it is in the Art Scroll. So says Bnei Moshe, Hachuka Beperos, Save the Tosefta, Maisi Hacha, it's the end of Tosefta. She talked about yesterday. What's kind of ratio? The ratio. No, actually, it's not what about yesterday. It says Socher Menu Sadeh, somebody who rents a field. Maser Menosein Lo, he takes a Meiser and gives them. Mabin Socher Choker, why does the Socher take a Meiser and a Choker not? Socher Bemos. A Socher, he's paying with money. Vachoker Beperos. Choker is paying with fruit. Klomar, meaning le'inyan dina chadu. It's really should be the same halacha. And he's no less says most badasoda, but if he simply is giving money for the field, field l'shona, a certain amount as he gives per year, because socher is called a renter, a tenant. You know, so a parent gives a parents if you contract him fruit, kach l'shona for so much a year, you call choker. It's called a choker. Makabel. And then there's, of course, the Makabel we spoke on yesterday. Zershim Makabel Mechzer gives a percentage. Mashita Sasada or a shlish or a via for half or a third or quarter. Ve'eno matana masne b'davar katzav. It's not a specific stipulated amount. Okay, so after all that introduction, again back to the Gemara. Hachoker beperos. Hachoker beperos. Choker is with fruit. Socher bemos. That's with money. And Makabel Maxo Shish Ravia. Makabel is by percentage. So Bnei Moshe just explained. Akadu Makum. Tonight we're talking about where you are Makabel or Choker from a non-Jew. What about Kuti? What's the status for your Choker from or Choker Makabel from a Kuti, from a Samaritan? Meaning an adult. It's not from here. I know since there but Kabbalah la'akum ulakuti, somebody who gives his field to as Kabbalah, as a sharecropping arrangement for percentages to non-Jew or to the Kuti. Somebody who's not credible on Meisters. If you gave it to him before, it was maybe Shlish, before it came to the Chi of Meisters, then go get a third. You don't have to be concerned and take Meiser off for him. Once it came to a place of Onas Meisers, in other words, you gave to him after it came to the Chi Meisers because it already was a third grown. You have to be Meiser whatever he's producing. Okay, understand where the place that there are Jews around. So we're afraid Jews will buy this produce, and they'll think it was Meiser because maybe you Meiser, or probably they'll think it's Potamina Meisers because they bought it from Akum, whatever the case may be. So then I understand they take a Meiser. What about a place where are no Jews around? Let's learn from here. Simon Rabbi Simon had fields in Har HaMelech. And we have Har HaMelech before. I don't remember. Tomorrow? I don't think so. Anyway, Rabbi Simon Hayelo says Har HaMelech Shol Le Rabbi Yochanan. Yochanan. Yeah, Rabbi Yochanan. What should I do? Amalei say, you know what? Oviron, leave them fallow. Va'al taskim lakum, don't rent them out to non-Jews. Okay, that was Rabbi Yochanan's opinion. Shar b'Shimon Levi. Asked Shimon Levi, what should I do? With Charley, Shimon Levi let him rent it out to Akum. So Rabbi Shimon Levi, welcome she'eni yisor mitzuyim. And evidently, it was renting it late in the season. It's already heavy shlish, but they wanted to rent it out still to a non-Jew, and obviously then they go Meisers. So Rabbi Shimon Levi said there are no Jews present in Har Melech. So Kadah to Syria, and it's like Syria. Kadah Syria, and that halach of Syria, Nishminim Adah. Learn from here. Rabbi Chagai Nachis L'Chametz. Rabbi Chagai came and went down to Chametz, which evidently is a place in Syria. Atun Shonle, they came and asked him, Elaine Devar Ashtor, the field of Shmuel Devar Ashtor, begin the lace Yisrael, Devar Ashtor, I think it's a person. Yeah, it's a mishpacha, says the Moshe. The begin the lace Yisrael Shchiche. They know Yisrael around. We went them out to non-Jews. Tzrichim Ma'aser Yadin. Do we have to take Ma'aser off whatever we're renting out? Shal Rabbi Zira. So he went Rabbi Chagai and sent a message to Rabbi Zira. What should I do? What's halacha? Rabbi Zira Rabbi Ami. He was asked Rabbi Ami, what's halacha? I'm like, ain't tzrich la'aser ayadehen. So you don't have to rent out. You don't have to take out Ma'aser whatever you're renting out to the Akum. Minat Shama, from here to derive, Laskir Rabbi Yossi. They can rent out like Rabbi Yossi. Says May Moshe. Shana Muto Askilam Soros Bastuya, Rabbi Yossi the Masnis in the Hostel, like Rabbi Yossi in the Mishnah there. If you're a Chorei Rabbi Ami, you're allowed to rent it out to them, and therefore you don't have to Meiser either. I'm not sure if that's the Ficha. I mean, one follows the other. But in any event, you can rent out to the fields like Rabbi Yossi. Also from here, Abba Havale Uvda, and of course, you never take up Chumas and Meises from it, so that we see, they can choose Meises and stuff you rent from to a non-Jew. Also from here, Rabbi China, Braid Rabbi Avo, Abba Havale Uvda. My father had a case. Shal Rabbi Chia, so he went and asked Rabbi Chia, he sent a message to Rabbi Chia, and Rabbi Yasa, Rabbi Ami. For the last year, Rabbi Yossi, he said, yeah, you can rent it to a non-Jew like Rabbi Yossi's Mako. Volaser Ayadean, Eina Masrim Ayadean. So the implication here is that also, and I guess that they also said, or somehow the Gemara derives, I'm not sure exactly how it follows here, and we knew this, but somehow we knew that they held you don't have to take off Meiser as well. You're allowed to rent it out to a non-Jew, and you don't take off Meiser when you're renting out either. So I wrote down inside the Gemara here, Umizeh Gam Lamadnu. In other words, we assume that since you pass on the Pascha Rabbi Yossi, that you also don't have to Meiser like you can rent out them, you don't have to Meiser what you're renting out. So, interestingly enough, it seems that even though Rabbi Yochanan holds you're not allowed to, Rabbi Shimon Levi's perspective was different, and Gemara seems to go with it. Says Gemara further. Kimenu Sadeh Liktzor Bechitim. You'll come a field from another Yisrael to harvest. That's the Yipnei Moshe. Zelshon to Sefta, Yisoshkim Mechaber Sodeh Liktzor. Yisrael received from his friend a field to harvest Shibolim, to harvest the stalks. Carmo, a vineyard, Liktzor, Panovim, to harvest the grapes. Zesov, olives, Zesov, to harvest the olives. Noslo Kamosha Hain. He gives it the payment as they are. I think it's a payment, not the Meisers. Yeah, that's okay. So let's see. As leaks are leaks are Sadeh liktzor b'chitim, karmel liktzor b'yayin, zeisok b'shemen. But if he gives in the field to have fully supposed to shibolim, which are bundles. Early in the stage, it's to fully process the wheat, or the wine to process the carrot to process into wine. Zaysolim sok l'shemen, or the olives to process into oil. Meisim noisimo. Yes, so you have to meisim before you give the payment. Okay, you have to Vashas meisim is sefer tosefta b'tchila. That's a tosefta. The Gemara is bringing the end of the tosefta first. The Mepharshim explains it. For the meisim reisha, afterwards it brings the reisha. The no shamina meishton reisha meishton say come on in order to distinguish between the two. Okay, so we're back to the Gemara. So Akimelenu Sade Liktzor Bechitim. Yeah, in order to fully process it into flour or just wheat without any chaff in it. I assume it's wheat without any chaff left. Another needs to be wine in order to produce grapes in order to produce wine. Zaysim when you soak with shemen, oil in order to produce olives in order to produce oil. Meiser v'noistinlo. You have to meiser before you give him his chelik. Ischame. So let's come and see. Achlo Zora Torah. Before he um, the Gra changes Torah here to Cholek. But let's first see Bnei Moshe. Ischame umatame bore achlo Zora Torah. Namastis in the Choker Sodom Israel Torah and Hosein lo. Avo eno meiser. You don't have to meiser. We say the true may have to take off, but not meiser. But Choker is a kibbutz, so that bilti zrua. You got a field which is not planted. If it was a rare so, and he plants it, with shusa godla pears, and the fruit grew in his domain. Vafil lo hachi lo ichmirubo. That was only machmir ki im sheyei torem bovad. That's in our Mishnah. V'hacha mishazara bala sadehu. Here the bala sadeh was the one planting the field. Shus grew in his rishus. Only the sharecropper is only accepting getting it in order to tzar b'chitim. Bata ma'aser. You're going to say he has to take a ma'aser as well. Bitmiya is astonishing. Away from the the opposite. The country local lubishu. So here, when it didn't grow in the Makabel's jurisdiction, mikosh kishloyachab ma'aser lavi. So shlichayv the ma'aser to give ma'aser on it. Because sakadaiti Makabel v'kablonos pshitahi. The low metukma. We're assuming that it takes about somebody who was accepting his kabbalah, mechzos ishuvia. The low metukma high brisa. The ha b'makab. Low metukma high brisa. So that I did shpita he. The low miskayim high brisa. The b'makabel on a time to part of miklum. No, so it's not talking about makabel. Because I did Kamakulon's cheetah low to my price. So this price is not talking about a makabel. The makabel is not the part of miklum. He doesn't have to give anything, even truma. El chok v'nos the farm, just to split and give it him. But b'choker myre. So b'choker, but still b'choker also we said let's take up truma. He doesn't have to take up meiser. So and that's even where he did the whole shebang from the beginning. And so here, how come he has to take off meisers? So according to the Graz Girsa is again so from Ischami Achlo Zora in a place where it's a very similar question, but works out a little bit more glad, I guess. A place Achlo Zora, a place where he's in Kabbalah Chakiros before. No, according to him, it goes also in Kabbalah, not just on Chakiros. A place because that's according to the Gra. That's not say about Chakiros, it's about Kabbalah, and this is the way to read it. Achlo Zora, Ischame Achlo Zora. If you got the field with Kabbalah before you planted anything, and you did the whole process, cholik. All you have to do at the end is divide up. You don't take out anything, not shumas or meisers. So if that's the case, kil medasada mishazora. Here we accepted mishazora meiser. It's not fair. Why say they go more over here? And I should have read that also in according to the Pnei Moshe's Girsa. So again, Iskame Achlo Zora Torem, Zora Meiser. Again, according to that's good. Moshe Achlo Zora Cholek. Keep Achlo Zora Achlo Zora Cholek, Zora Meiser. That's according to the Gra. So Armel China said Titum Kabel. Tivor Eretz Yisrael. So it says that by Makabo they gave an incentive that he should not have to take off anything, that Eretz Yisrael should not be left fallow, because it's being Makabo from the beginning of the process, and we wanted to incentivize him that he could take it through the whole 10 yards, right? Bramhacha Zora Bramhacha Zora. Here did he plant it? Wait, Pnei should change it. It's not. Well, maybe also the same thing. From Zora Hachazrua. There was already Zorua. No, that's a Zora. From Hacha Zora. Here did he plant it? So you have to read it with me, I guess. But and Chaim says this Stipler also just changed it to Zrua. Okay, so whatever. So you use a Bram Hacha Zora. Did he plant it here? Or Bram Hacha Zrua. He got it already planted. So we don't have to incentivize it. So we may make him do more. Okay, so then that's why he has to the mice over here, because they don't have to provide him with that incentive. Shlo Tova Eretz Yisrael. Okay, now Kivmenu Sada Liktzor. The next case, he got from him a field to harvest. B'shachrei. Shachrei is evidently some sort of container. No, the Chaim says from the Shin Schos, b'shachrei shibolim. So what does shachrei shibolim mean? He doesn't really translate the word shachrei. I guess the main thing is that shibolim. This is a part of the Sefer Pnei Moshe was alluding to before. The Rasvil also says, Levi Shem will say, no, Rasvil and Levi Shem say, B'sahare Shibolim. B'sahare Shibolim. So Rasvil says, Shokiba Elo La Seisa Morim B'makom Shosim Igul Karim Sar, like a moon. So therefore, it says Vosamokum Masvinosan Tagim Yerech Sierra. Okay, but Kitzer, in other words, it's an earlier stage. Right? He's not being makabel to make it fully chitim. Is makabel in order to be kotzer and leave it as shibolim. Another with sor besali anovim, also by the grapes, not to make them wine, but to leave them as in the grape baskets. Zezog besali zaysin, not to make them oil, but leave them in the oil baskets. Meniach kamoshahain. You leave them as they are. So what about also means shalom osasada, or also asada shalom osamin? What about if he's reimbursing him not from this produce directly, but he's giving him the same type of produce from a different field, or he's giving a different type of produce from this field? What's the sass in that case? Meiser and noitzimo. You have to take meiser and give it to him, because that's already not the same thing which you took. It's like a transaction, and therefore, since it's a transaction, it looks like a mekach, and therefore it's you have to take a truma samaisis. I don't know if I could say that a little bit better. That he says. There's a little bit of a better, more accurate. So there's Moshe. I see here this good saying. Just said, I know this before. Kibbutz Manu, Source Bishibolin. He takes out the word Shachri altogether. Okay. He says, it also means, Adi Rabbi Yehuda Mastis Chai, the Tanan, Anatini Rabbi Yehuda, Emosai Bizman, shenosin lo me'osa soda me'osa min. Masha vibrator has to be from that field and that type. Me'osa me'osa min who lo me'osa soda from that type, not from the same field. Me'osa soda who lo me'osa min from that field, not from the same type. In this case, the mice give it to him. The divrei hamastis come Rabbi Amos avchulei. The eno elefarish lo kecholek again avchachamim madin kain. So okay, whatever kula they gave, they only gave kula when it's from that field. I guess I think it's a more modern scientific thing, but that's what he has to do. He has to take off trumas semisis when he switches. So the Gemara says no, not necessarily. There's a machlekes here. Tana Rabbi Chia me'osa sada bein me'osa min bein min acher. Torem v'nosin lo. All he has to do is give truma. It sounds like we're talking about a choker. Misara cheres, it's another field. Bein me'osin bein min acher. It doesn't matter again if it's the same min or not the same min. Then you have to take off maasros as well. So Torah truma no matter what. When it's from that field, you still have to give a truma like a choker. Again, tell you choker. And if it's Saracheres, whether it's another mean or not the same mean or another mean, no, it's not a regular chakirus because we're making this transaction here, and therefore meiser v'noisen lo. And that's why you have to take a meiser before we give it to him. I think that brings us well into Daf Nun Gimel Amud Aleph. Yeah. But it's interesting. In the Vilna didn't have this, but in the article it says makes a new header between Minir Kamo Shehain, and then has a header. I'm Rabbi Amos have his mention Nasla v'Chulei. And then it says so actually it makes it clear. It's going back on our Mishnah where it says Rabbi Yehuda says Avno Kaba Sodim Voisa Minha Goy Meiser v'Noisen lo. No, none of that. Sorry. And Rabbi Amos says mention also Milsa Sodim Milsa Min. Right. And now it's clear it's going to Choker. The Aretz Chos Marbiach for us is the transition from Mekabel to Choker because in our mission, in fact, it said Choker. So then Rabbi Yehuda said Amosai, etc. And this Gemara, which you just learned, is going on that Amosai and qualifying.